we have 2 reviews in one. Okay? The first one is for an entire band. Now, some people might be like, well, wait, why? Why one whole band? Well, simple, because said band only put out 1 record and an EP, and then that was it. But I'll get into that after. And the other one is for a record from a band. So basically it's like 2 in 1. And the reason why I'm doing 2 in 1 is because, well, there is 1 member from each band who's in the VC, the vinyl community, and they've not asked me for this. I'm just doing it because I want to. And even though I have said in the past that, I kind of want this, and that, I did some quick research, listened to the records, and yeah, so here's my review. So the first one is for a band called Enchantment. Now, for anybody in the VC who knows, these guys are a death doom metal band from UK, mostly from Blackpool, Lancashire, northwest of England area. And again, as always, I will have notes off here just to kind of look and then kind of go into details. So formed in 1991, comprising of Paul Jones on the vocals, Mark Tierney on bass, Steve Blackmore on guitars, Chris Sanders on the drums, and our man of the hour, Mark Gibson, or Mark G with a C, from the VC, as we all know, on guitars. So they had a deal with Century Media, and I believe that was around the time, either during the for the Dance the Marble Naked record, or they might have gotten it before, so kind of just after they released their demo. So with the deal that they had with Century Media, they like I said, from formed in 91, had that deal, and then just around 95 they disbanded, and I'm not really 100% sure why. I think Mark may have mentioned it in a video or one of the Contact and Blood live streams, but I cannot remember for the life of me. But they've since reformed in 2019. Oh boy. Now, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, they need to get some new stuff out. So they released the demo at 93, based off what I've read, called A Tear for Young Eloquence, which, when I listen to that, of course, you get that vibe, duh. It's a demo. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I love old demos like this. Where it sounds super dark, super, just kind of grungy sounding, and it's fucking great. And it's a great batch of tunes. Now, the one thing that I will say between between the demo and Dance the Marble Naked, which I still don't understand who come up with that title, but it is the weirdest death doom fucking title I've ever heard in my life. It's 2 totally different vocals. Right off the bat, I'm going right to the vocals with this. On the demo, the way Paul sings is, it's literally almost as if he's fucking channeling Chris Barnes from Eaten back to life. Like, it's so good. Yes, I know I have a low battery, shut up. This is fucking fantastic. Like, this is utterly fantastic. It's really, really aggressive, really, really deep and guttural, and it's fucking perfect. Then on Dance the Marble Naked, they're just semi-aggressive, less guttural, and more clean on the guttural. Almost seemingly like it's like, as I know when I sing in my guttural range for a while and it sounds good, and then I don't use that tone for a while and I go back to it, it sounds really, really bad. From my stand, just, from when I do it. Now, I don't know if it was something that Paul was trying to do differently, that I didn't know, and I probably should have asked him. And it's not that it's bad. That's the one thing. It's not what I'm used to hearing from a death doom sort of guttural thing. But all that being said, the rest of it is fucking excellent. The band as a whole really do have a true knack for composing epic and melodically beautiful death doom. Now, you hear death doom and you think melodically beautiful. That makes no fucking sense. Well, let me fucking explain it to you. A song like My Ocean Vast, while being very heavy in nature, slower, low-tuned, and yet around the 4-minute mark, it takes this total fucking 360 with a nice little bass lick, then some real melodic guitar leads, a clean vocal that's literally like only a couple of minutes, like a couple of seconds. Then it just really takes off with that melodic section, comes back in with like a few words in the guttural vocal, and then it continues on for the rest of the song in this sort of melodic riffing, and melodic lead lines. And based off of what I've heard, and if I take the vocals into consideration, it really doesn't change my opinion of the records. The records are still fucking good. Now, 4 out of 5 for Dance the Marble Naked, simply due to the vocals not being what I'm normally used to. But it's not a terrible thing. When I hear Death Doom, I think really guttural vocals. The vocals on Dance the Marble Naked is still good. It's not terrible. At first it turned me off and I was like, oof. But I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to fucking listen to this again. And it's not overly bad. I really do like the clean side of things. And it's kind of almost like a Barney Greenway, but less aggressive, if I could say that. But regardless, and for a tier of Young Eloquence, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 because that's just fucking stunning. Yes, for a demo, you can get a stunning demo. Probably where they get the goddamn contract from Century Media. But that's that for Enchantment. Well done, guys. I really hope you guys put out a new record. I saw something from Paul's Instagram story. Something about a studio. Find one that's open. Hurry up. Get in there and do your thing. Mark, make some chuggy riffies. And then some real slow fat. Yeah, just do it. You know what to do. Okay, moving on. We're going to go to Consecration. Now, formed in May 2010, this Death Doom band, you see there's a whole Death Doom thing flowing here, from Norwich, England. Now, these guys are comprising of Daniel Bullens on vocals and artwork, Shade Ebbies, bass, Andy Matthews on guitars, George Figueiredo on drums. Hope I didn't butcher that. And I hope I don't butcher the man of the hour. Liam Husago. That was probably very bad. So we're just going to go with Liam H for now. Just don't shoot me, kid. Just don't shoot me, bud. On guitars. Now, Liam is also, he goes as the Death Doom Metalhead on YouTube in the vinyl community. So, these guys have spent the last 10 years pre-COVID writing, recording, touring around, opening and playing on some major bills in their day. The one that really struck me, and I found this from Facebook, was in April 2015, saw them on a bill with the following bands. Give me a sec so I can take a drink. Saw them on a bill with Angel Witch, Eye of Solitude, Cancer, Orange Goblin, and fucking Sleep. You had me an Angel Witch, Orange Goblin, and then you threw in Sleep. Wow, okay. Get shivers thinking about that. This band have that real low tuning 7-string. There's, or at least it looks like Liam is using his 7-string in a lot of the videos I've seen. Super low guttural vocals, but it's still powerful enough that it sounds, how do I put this, not higher in tone, but more pushed out. Like he's really, really using. You can really tell this. Daniel's using his guts on this for sure. And of course, slow, mid-paced epic tunes that really make you sink deep into the music. And what I mean by this is, let's say you're sitting down, right, and you're listening to these guys. And you could really close your eyes with headphones on, which is what I tend to do. These are my headphones here. These are just little MPOW, nothing too fancy. They come with the once you hit that and you turn that on, that's the noise canceling. Real simple. Kick it on, shuts basically everything off, and that way I can separate into what I'm doing, and I can listen to songs and records, so I can really focus on it. And and the music takes you to this whole other level of metal relaxation, because not everybody's going to listen to Death Doom and be relaxed, okay? Some people want to go get groceries listening to Death Doom. And your thought process kind of goes with it. You can really just kind of put the headphones on and just let your brain just be taken away. The melodic lead lines that I get from Liam and Andy are probably some of the best in the genre as a whole. Because when I listen to Death Doom, and I don't listen to a whole lot of Death Doom, I'm going to make that very clear. I've listened to like My Dying Bride, Paradise Lost. I've listened to Hooded Menace a little bit. But when I was listening to these two records, it really made me think, okay, you really got to get it, because I love doom metal and I love death metal, so why not combine both? And I can't really pick a favorite at all. I really, 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 really can't. Because the whole fucking record is stunning. It is a fucking killer record. There really is no bad here. And really, even the vocals from Daniel, where some people will be completely turned off by them, I really enjoy them. Now, I will state that there's at least one or two tracks where there's like 2 or 3 minutes of, riffs and melodic lead lines, and even some acoustic in there too. So and that's another part of the reason why I really love this record. It starts out, and then once it kicks in full, and then Daniel with the vocal, you're like, whoa! I was not expecting that vocal, especially with the melody of the acoustics and such. I really dig this record, as I say. They really make songs stand out in a genre such as Death Doom, which is the vocals. The vocals really, like, you have this really melodic bit of music, and then the vocals come in strong enough so that you're like, okay, that's why this band stands out in this genre. Now, if you don't own this record or anything by them, I suggest changing your mind on that. If you're into this style of music, you definitely need to get this record. And you definitely need to, some way, somehow, find a copy of Dance the Marble Naked. And you probably won't find the demo, but you can probably find it on YouTube just to listen to. A Tear for Young Eloquence. You need to get these 3 records, bar none, from these bands, and you really need to check this out, especially Fragilium. That's also the title of the record. I think I absolutely forgot to mention that at the start. Now, they do have other records. I have not yet listened to them. I've only been listening to this because this is what I want to do. My review on. With Enchantment, it was kind of easy. I just did I did the demo and the record, and it was easy. Fragilium, that actually sits in very well, nicely, a 5 out of 5 as well. So 3 records where, 1, you get some undeniably crazy guttural vocals in a demo. You have another record that's full-length record, beautiful, Death Doom, well written, very melodic in parts, but also can get furious too. And as I say, the vocals, you just got to listen to it a few times just to understand what Paul was doing. And it finally took me now to the point where I was like, okay, I fucking get it now. Everything is fine. Everything is good. The record is great. I'm not knocking it at all. And of course, Consecration's record, Fragilium, 5 out of 5 as well. You need to just, all three of these need to be in your possession if you're into death metal, doom metal, combine it, love it, get it done. Trust me. I'm not just bullshitting because I know these, because I happen to know these guys. I've listened to the records enough to know that, okay, just because something doesn't make sense at first, you got to go back and re-listen to it. Take it in. What am I missing is sometimes what I have to do. Is go, what am I missing? What am I missing? Aha, everything kicks in. So yeah, horns up. And don't forget, tonight, Contact and Blood is going to be the A to Z of metal with good old Darcy, 6 strings, 9 lives. And of course, Mark G with a C. We also have Scott the Rock Scout, Metal Mickey, and last but not least, the host with the mostest, Cloudy Milder, also known as Andy Shutt. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.